Jeffrey Epstein had influence over billionaire, politician, institution, but he couldn't control one thing: Bitcoin. In 2011, the email shows that Epstein wanted to meet the Bitcoin guys. Around this period, it was already too late because Satoshi has already disappeared over the growing concerns of government and CIA awareness. By 2011, it was already in the hand of developers and not a single person. Control of the Bitcoin core repository had been publicly transferred to Gavin Anderson, who later founded Bitcoin Foundation to promote Bitcoin. Epstein reached out to him, to which Gavin straight up denied, saying he is busy. When this didn't work, he reached out to another developer, Amir Taki, a 22-year-old hardcore programmer at that time. After his own due diligence, Amir Taki realized that something is not right about this guy. So he sent somebody else to meet him. The meeting reportedly went nowhere because the values didn't align. By this time, Epstein realized that Bitcoin is built by some radical developers who believed in decentralization and freedom, and that's not very easy to influence. So he made another plan to control Bitcoin with money. There were independent institutions that were funding Bitcoin developers. At that time, some developers were receiving their salaries from institutions like MIT and the Bitcoin Foundation. Epstein donated $7.5 million to MIT Media Lab, hoping that if he could control MIT's money, he might be able to gain influence in the Bitcoin development ecosystem through its developers. A few years down the line, he realized that Bitcoin is open source. Every line of code is public. It is reviewed globally, enforced by miners and node operators. If someone tried to push the suspicious code, it would be visible to everyone around the world. Bitcoin runs on consensus, and money cannot override consensus. When this didn't work, Epstein started investing in every infrastructure and influence built around Bitcoin. Names started appearing in broader Bitcoin power circle. Peter Thiel, PayPal and Palantir co-founder. There's an email discussing if the efforts are enough for upping anti-Bitcoin pressure. He invested with CEO of Blockstream, Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, and in fact, the deal of Coinbase was facilitated by the Tether founder, who were also proposed to increase the Bitcoin block size, and that was an intense war that almost divided the internet. Bitcoin maxis warned that bigger block size will centralize mining and only large players could afford it in the future. And then Bitcoin community rejected it. Consensus again won, control attempt again failed. Here's the core issue. Tether can freeze your money because it is centralized, but Bitcoin has no CEO, no freeze button, no override key. And that's why it cannot be controlled, not by politicians, not by billionaires, not even by someone who built his life around influence. That's decentralization, and that's the power of open source.